Hey guys, it's Evan, and today we're going to be talking about the communication process. So to start off, the communication process is made up of 5 steps. The first step is the sender has an idea. The sender will then encode the message. The sender selects a channel and transmits the message. The receiver then decodes the message, and finally feedback returns to the sender. Alright, so the first step of the communication process is the sender forming an idea. Ideas can come from a variety of inspiration and can be influenced by the environment you live in. To help communicate effectively, make sure your idea is clear and precise on the purpose of your message. An idea can be presented in many ways, so make sure you use a method that will work best for you. In the second step, the sender will take their idea and encode it into a message that translates into words, best expressing the original idea. This step could be tough to communicate effectively sometimes, so always consider where the receiver is from and the background of their culture. Never be afraid to encourage feedback. After the sender encodes the message, their next task is to select a channel of communication to transmit the message. In this step, it is important to choose an appropriate channel to use. Doing so will help the receiver understand your message clearly. Noise is a big distraction and can take away from what you're trying to communicate as a sender. So some ways to help communicate effectively could be know the importance of your message and expect feedback. Always choose a preferred channel of communication and try to limit the amount of noise going off around you. The fourth step is where we make the transition from the sender decoding and coming up with a message to now it's the receiver's turn to reply back to what has been said. The receiver decoding the message, in other words, is taking that message and translating it into a meaning. Only once the receiver understands what the sender was trying to say can you be confident communication has taken place. Communicating effectively means avoiding prejudging a message. Strive to understand both verbal and nonverbal cues, as both are ways to communicate. Ignore distractions. Create a receptive environment and expect to learn. Finally, the fifth step. Feedback gets returned back to the sender. This step is a vital part of the communication process because it allows for the conversation to stay flowing and build off what has already been said. Feedback can be expressed in both verbal and nonverbal ways and need to be read and observed carefully as they are taken in consideration so you know what the receiver is trying to say back. Feedback is a good control to know if the receiver has successfully received and understood the importance of your message. Receivers can improve the process by relaying clear, precise feedback that the sender can use to better communicate their idea in the future. Some ways to help communicate effectively are to craft clear and complete responses that reveals comprehension of message meaning, and begin the cycle again when the receiver becomes a sender with the same concerns. As we come to the end of my presentation, let's first review the steps. Step 1, sender has an idea. An idea can be developed from anywhere. Step 2, sender encodes a message, or in other words, this means translating your idea into words. Step 3, sender selects a channel and transmits the message, making sure the channel is appropriate for the receiver to understand. Step 4, the receiver decodes the message, which means turning the message into meaning the receiver understands. And the final step 5, where feedback gets returned to the sender, is how you know that communication has successfully taken place. I hope you enjoyed my PowerPoint and learned the basis of the communication process.